What's up guys, Scotsy here. Currently as I'm recording this, it is like midnight. My internet's gone down. I'm just really bored, so I've decided to continue recording this. This is still the same recorded, it's still Sunday. Actually, it's turned over to Monday now, just now. But I'm just, I'm not too tired, really. Can't be bothered to go to sleep just yet, and the internet's not fixed, so I just decided to record this now rather than later, because hey, might as well get ahead, right? Gets this out easier for you guys. As soon as the internet comes back on tomorrow, you guys get a video. So also I will be doing other things. Also, I'm kind of like really anticipating what this mod is going to be, which is another reason why I'm doing it now. I'm like really anticipating what this mod is going to be like. I really just want to start getting on with it. It sounds so bad, but I just want to get on with it because it seems like a really good mod already. So, as always guys, please make sure you comment down below, like, subscribe, ring the bell for more notifications, and I'll jump into it now. So, my locker and get ready for lunch. But of course, I'm stopped. Hi Scotsy. Hey, what is your need? What is it you need, sorry? I just want to see if you're okay. Huh? Well, I saw you leaving your house pretty late last night. You were watching me? No. I just happened to notice you leaving as I was going to bed. Well, I went to go run an errand. I lean back on my locker and run my hand through my hair. Sayori leans forward while clutching her backpack. Well, I was just curious. Uh-huh. Well, I'm going now. I lean back upwards and start off away from Sayori. Oh, one more thing, Scotsy. Can we walk home again today? I raise my hand to my face and scratch my forehead. You're gonna make me wait around in that club again, aren't you? Well, I kinda have to. I go there after school. I guess. Nothing else better to do. Sighing, I come to realise that there was probably a book there that I could read as I wait. Yay! I'll see you there after school. Before I entered the club room, Sayori waited outside for me. As I walked up, I knew exactly what she was trying to do. She was waiting to see if I actually showed up. Well, I guess it's my fault for doing so. The door closed behind both of us. I am shrouded in a much different atmosphere than the normal school projects. Hi Scotsy, good to see you back again today. Monika walks towards me, still putting on her everlasting smile. Yeah, well, I'm here until Sayori goes home. Still here for when she walks home, huh? Well, today we're reading our poems, so I hope you enjoy it. Sure. I can't wait. I'm super excited to read everyone's poems. Yeah. Excited, Yuri? Not at all. To be fair, not many people can get as excited as Sayori does. From the few days I've known her, I can understand that. Thanks for coming back, Scotsy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a circumstance for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like it deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to be here. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I survey the girls' conversation. So it looks like I have a profile down for each of these girls. Sayori's an energetic ditz. Natsuki is aggressive. Yuri is very shy and tentative. And Monika is a leader. Granted, these are simplified perceptions, but nonetheless they aren't bad girls. I lean back in my seat, grab one of my books from my bag, and place it on my lap. Don't worry guys, Scotsy is a pretty hard worker. He usually does all of his schoolwork in class and he does pretty well. Our social studies teacher was astonished. I don't know what you're hyping me up for, I just did my work as instructed. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. You brought something for me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I could tell that Yuri is uncomfortable. She shifts in her seat and looks away nervously. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, a gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Is that so? Plus, there is no reason for me to make a big deal out of it. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Even if you aren't joining the club. Ah, well, thank you. Since I'm pretty much finished with my current book, I'll make sure to read this. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Interesting. I'll keep that offer in mind. Sorry guys if there's a noise in the background as well. My friend has Alien Isolation running. That may be a game I do in the future as well, Alien Isolation. Yuri looks pleased and relieved as she gingerly runs her fingers across a book that sits on her lap. Okay everyone. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Monika looks towards me. Scotty, I think it would be good practice if each of us showed you our poems as well. Is that okay? Sure. I set my book and the book that Yuri gave me back into my bag. Whose poem should I read first? Go Sayori! I turned to Sayori, who was already staring at me waiting. Almost as if she knew I was going to pick her. Either that or she was hoping I would pick her first. Sayori, let me see what you wrote. Here you go. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. This is vanilla. Making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. Secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I want breakfast. So that's vanilla. That's my friend coming back. As I read Sayori's poem, I notice her handwriting. It's what I expected. Sayori, let me guess. You wrote this poem when you woke up today, right? What makes you say that? You put that you wanted breakfast. So, since this assignment was given to you yesterday, at what point since then would you want breakfast? Other than that, it's a nice poem. You really think so? Yay. Whose poem shall I read next? Let's do Natsuki. Let's just go down the list. I turn to Natsuki. When we make eye contact, she looks away for a second, clearly perplexed. Mind if I read your poem, Natsuki? Without saying anything, she slides the poem to me face down. Yep, that's just the same. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's normal. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Wait, what was that there? Oh, was that my mouse going off the screen? Okay, I should put that in the corner. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. In fact, even the most complex of messages can be delivered in just a few simplistic words. Yes, exactly. I feel like when it's easy to read, but I like when it's Speak. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. And that's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I just had to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Especially if that means I don't have to hear any more rude comments from her. They don't even bother me, but I'd rather not hear them. Either way, I pass the poem back to her. Whose poem shall I read next? Let's do Yuri. Yuri, may I read your poem? Yuri looks dishevelled and shyly holds her poem in her hands. Sure. Ghost on the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Again, that's a vanilla. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I had to reread it multiple times. Not a bad thing, just making sure I understood it. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Scotsy. Remember, often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of this poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I would have never thought that. Have never thought of that. That's impressive. Yuri smiles softly and takes the poem back. Whose poem shall I read next? More vanilla! I cock my head towards Monika. Monika? Yeah? Do you mind if I read your poem? Of course. Hole in the wall. Yeah, same. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, but it was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realised now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It is very freeform. I think that is the right word for it. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of people have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's something I'd like to focus on while I write. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. I nod my head. Very wise words. You are truly more intelligent than you initially come off, Monika. Thanks for listening. I pass the poem back to her. All vanilla stuff except for, his words. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you'd say it. Let's see. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Scotty did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Scotty liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress the new guy, Yuri. Huh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Scotty appreciates my poem more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my poem more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Scotty's started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Scotty, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. How do we explain that to her, Scotty? Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Scotty? I look at both girls while placing my hands on the table. Well, why do I have to get dragged into this? I'm not here for more than 2 days, and I'm already dragged into such frivolous altercation. Both girls stare at me, waiting for an answer. Listen, girls, this is probably one of the most stupid arguments I've ever heard. And I've literally heard two grown men arguing beat each other to death because of it. Fact of the matter is, you both should definitely not be attacking each other because of something like this. From what I understand, there are reasons writing has so many variations, each with different impact and emotion. I look at Natsuki. Natsuki, huh? Your writing is simplistic because that is how you choose to write. I direct my cold dead gaze to Yuri. And Yuri? Yes? Your writing is more formal and complex because that is how you choose to write. But that doesn't make either of your girls' writing inferior. Both of your poems were great, and I was impressed by both of them. Okay. I guess. Now, if you both would keep me out of your petty and frivolous arguments, I would appreciate it. Both girls had sunken into their seats in defeat. Sayori stands up and cries out after I silence myself. Natsuki, Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems? They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh my god. This is so vanilla and it made me laugh the first time. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind him with a bewildered expression. Thank you! I don't know if that was in the original, but thank you for including Monika in that. Natsuki and Yuri nodded their heads. Yeah. Natsuki doesn't respond. She sits in her chair with a blank expression while completely silent. I look over and make eye contact with Monika. She's in her face right now. She's like, So this is why Sayori's vice president. I whisper into her ear. To be honest, I might come good leader, and I can organise things. but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It isn't like I could blame you. An argument like that, albeit completely stupid in nature, is still difficult to resolve. But Sayori handled that much better than I ever expected of her. That's Sayori for you. You also did well handling yourself there too, Scotty. Let's just say I'm used to these things. Nevertheless, thank you. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel after sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I would say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Scotty, how about you? I'll say it was interesting. Turn to Sayori. Scotty, you ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Sorry. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? What? Jumping to conclusions and assuming assumptions like that is foolish, Sayori. It gets people killed. Bottom line, no, I do not hate them. It takes quite a lot for me to hate someone. I just wanted to see what your opinion was. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Scotty, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. If you say so. I do. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the fact that I haven't joined the club. We will just see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I turn to walk away from her, but she grabs my arm. Scotty? What do you want, woman? Can we hang out more today? I have things to do. I have to do, sorry. Really? Yeah. Sayori pouts at me while I wave her off towards the house. Sayori waves bye to me as she skips towards her home. Oh dear. Oh, 2 a.m. 2:15 a.m. at home. I roll over to the left side of my bed, increasingly getting more irritated at myself each time. I'm usually never this restless unless I just got done with work. I lift myself up off my bed and look out my window. The night is clear and empty, which is something I'm familiar with. There have been many times where I was forced to remain motionless in brush on a night like this, waiting and waiting. There were even times where it would rain constantly. But after a while, you get used to it. I remember back at my old school, some days during PT it would be freezing and pouring out. Of course, our instructors didn't care. A few of my classmates and I didn't think we could continue. I swear, some of the water on my underarms had begun to freeze. I hated it. But it taught me just how far the human body can go in severe conditions. It's clear I won't be sleeping for a while, so I get myself up out of bed. Might as well take a walk. As I walk down the nicely maintained sidewalk of the neighbourhood, I pass by Sayori's house. Sayori is a bubbly girl. One that you could say is rare to come by. Her energy is uplifting. She reminds me of... I stop walking. No. I mustn't let myself. The words leave my mouth with a pained sourness to them. I continue my walk around the block. But my mind continually haunts me about something. She wouldn't want me to. I raise my head and look up to the night sky. This is why I couldn't sleep, huh? I leave to live a normal life, but the past remains with me, no matter how far I run. If I could just say those two words to you, my conscience would not need of me. You were very important to me after all. You were there for me when no one else was. When you found me, you showed me I could actually be useful. With your outstretched arm offering your hand to me, those eyes projected nothing but acceptance and love. You are useful to someone somewhere, Scotty. Even if it's for a day. Do you want to know you did right when memory lingers? Those 3 sentences you have spoken have engraved themselves into my mind. Damn you, woman. Even when you're gone, you still have such an influence on me. I lower my head in a futile effort to strengthen my resolve. Hey guys, oh wait, if it skips to here, then I might continue for a little bit then. Okay, I'll continue. For one more section, for one more skip. Hi everyone! Oh, hey Sayori. Oh, Scotty isn't here with you today? Actually, I haven't seen him at all today. He wasn't in any of the classes we share. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's not sick or anything. He probably got scared and ran off to a new school. Natsuki, that doesn't sound like Scotty. I mean, we've only known him for a few days, but he has a specific... Yuri, what is the word? Demeanor? Ah, yes. He doesn't look like the type of guy to get scared easily, let alone by a few girls in a literature club. I certainly hope not. He was a pretty fascinating person. Did I just say that out loud? Why, yes you did, Yuri. Creepy was what I heard. Creepy? How'd you presume that? Well, his eyes. They look right through you. So Natsuki, you were staring at Scotty's eyes? It's okay if you were. I think all of us find Scotty a little interesting. What do you find interest about him, Sayori? Well, for starters, he is really smart. He also knows a lot of stuff that you don't learn in schools. And he is nice, well, mostly. Well, he certainly does seem to have a lot of interesting abilities. Observational, of course. What kind of stuff has he told you that you wouldn't learn in schools? Well, for starters, he taught me what to do when you go camping in a new area. Sounds weird at first, but when you get into it, it makes a lot of sense. Kind of like knowing where you are and where everything is. He also told me some cool things about the weather. The weather? Yeah, like how you can tell if a storm's coming without a cloud. I guess he is a jack of all trades then, huh? If I didn't know any better, I would assume you girls were talking about me. Scotty! Yeah, that is my name. What do you all have those looks on your faces for? Oh my god. We were wondering where you were. You kind of went missing on us all of a sudden. Yeah. I will admit, we did kind of think you ran off. Don't assume such stupid things. I'll walk over to next to Sayori and Monika and take my seat. Scotty, why didn't I see you in any of our classes earlier? Why do you ask? I was worried, that's all. Don't worry about me. I just had something to do today, and it caused me to miss a good portion of the day. What was it? Don't worry about it, Sayori. I look around at the other girls. Monika and Yuri are talking about what I can perceive is an upcoming event. Natsuki is staring intently at her desk, waiting for something to happen. So, what have I missed so far? Not much, actually. We barely started. On the other hand, why did you show up here? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you didn't want to join, so there's no reason for you to come at the end of the day. Well, let me tell you this. I turned my body to face hers. I don't think you would let me hear the end of it if you walked home alone. Don't alarm me. I think I've come to learn that from you by now. What makes you think I would do that? Well, for starters, you constantly badger me with questions about stuff you have no business in. For example, not even a minute ago you asked me what made me miss some of the school day. Then, when you're not satisfied with the answer you're given, you try to circumvent that for later. Which I assume later you will ask me again why I missed some classes. Your face is just like... Shoot, he figured it out. Am I wrong? Wow, Scotty, you pretty much got the idea and mind of Sayori nailed down. It's rather obvious by now. Okay, fine, I won't ask you any more questions. Let's say you couldn't. I just take no for an answer when it's given to you. Alright, Monika, you can continue. I won't stall your club any further. You weren't stalling us, silly. We're happy to wait for you even if you didn't show up. How very thoughtful. We will start in a moment. Okay. Hey, Scotty? I'm a little hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No. Please? No. Why not? I have my reasons. Go get one yourself. But I want you to come with me. Sorry, can you take out your purse? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and you want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But from what I've seen, you're always hungry. So that really only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! I've got to borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. Very well put. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way that you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there is a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Smack. Oh no! Let me just do that. Let me just do that sound effect. That was too. There you go. These sound effects though, I can't really like. I can't even like do these sound effects. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I've paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Just eat it already. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. Bit my tongue! Going for a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Well, there was something that was supposed to load, but I saw an error message, so that happened. I lean back in my chair and survey each of the girls. I notice that Sayori and Monika are discussing something and listening in covertly. I take one of my books out of my backpack and prop it up with my hands. I stare at the same phrase and reread it over and over again. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is, the idea of literature sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we could come up with the most fun thing ever, they wouldn't come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out the way to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things to speak to their creative minds. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcake speaks to my creative tummy. Her face right now is just like, this is Sayori. This is who I have to deal with. Oh god. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Event? I guess I heard correctly yesterday. However, I haven't heard of any event coming up while in class. Perhaps it's a club exclusive event. From the way they were positioning the proposition of cupcakes, they're attempting to attract new members. Or another feeble try at getting me to join. It isn't like I haven't entertained the thought. My afternoons are much more empty than I originally anticipated. Do I want to, though? Do I enjoy reading? I do enjoy reading. It is my only pastime for the majority of the evening. I don't really come here to walk Sayori home every day. Hello? I'm broken out of my trance-like thought by Sayori waving her hand in front of my face. What do you want? I've been calling your name. Speak up then. I look around. What is it? Do you not want to be here, Scotty? You aren't really investing yourself in the activities. Activities? No one is doing anything. I'm always literally just waiting for whatever you girls have planned. And I am reading. Is that not related to literature? I guess. Well, you guessed correct. You just look really tired. Do I? Yeah, so I thought maybe you dozed off. I can assure you that I was very much conscious. I was thinking about something. Oh? Also, I've noticed that you are late to school at times. Huh? Sayori? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of a doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances at herself. How's it written all over me? You're very clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There is more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. But I really don't. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Your lack of care for your own looks? I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Well, we live next to each other, attend classes with each other, and I walk you home afterward. Let's just say I don't want to look like a slob when I'm around you. You need to care about your appearance, Sayori. The more disheveled you look, the easier it is to stand out to people. But isn't it okay to stand out? Like, being unique? Not for everyone. Some people prefer to remain hidden in crowds. Sayori looks at me when I say this sentence. You could just say it out loud. Oh, you're talking about yourself, are you not? How did you know? I smirk. It's okay though. I'm glad we're like this. What do you mean, we, woman? I'm doing this for your own good. There is no we to be considered here. Still, I appreciate it. Hey, be careful. That button might come off. This button is rather difficult to close. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Jesus, does this blazer even fit you anymore? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would notice soon that it doesn't fit you anymore. You should probably lay off the junk food. Sayori smiles. Why are you smiling? It means that my boobs are getting bigger. I retract my hands from a blazer. It's just like instant nope. Just instant nope. Yep, instant nope. Anyway, you look much better now. Like someone who has some degree of self-respect. I won't lie, it's a little strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that. For the short time I've known her, it has always been unbuttoned. The fact that school even let it go is even more puzzling. But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. You're an odd one, Sayori. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Sayori trots out of the club room. I look around the room. Yuri has her face buried in a book. Monika is casually writing down into one of her notebooks. And Natsuki has disappeared into the closet. It would seem awkward if I just sat here doing nothing. Which girl do I talk to? Monika seemed to have some kind of... Monika seemed to know things about him. Yuri is kind of just the aloof one, and Natsuki... I don't really want to do a Natsuki route with anything right now, after what I've just seen with Exit Music, so I'm not planning on doing a Natsuki route till a bit later on. I do Monika, I suppose, because Sayori's not around. When Sayori comes back, then that's fine, because I'll be doing Sayori route anyway. Monika chuckles quietly to herself. I glance in her direction, and our eyes meet. She smiles and holds the gaze. I decide to scoot next to Monika. Plus this cannot be vanilla, because it's like we never get to see Monika in the main game. Hey Monika. Oh, hi Scotty. What's up? Just wondering what you're up to. I heard you giggle. Yeah, I was laughing about the silly little phrase I thought of. Huh? Let's hear it. Okay, if you say so. Write whatever you want, then remove the first and last paragraph. I'm just exploring it, since I always feel that you should write whatever down, then fix it later. Kind of relates to that, but it's more in a more comical style. Comical? Yeah, I guess someone is. Monika smiles at me. So, I walked past the music room earlier, and I saw you playing piano. Oh, you did? That was during lunch, right? Yeah, I wasn't trying to spy or anything, I just heard someone playing as I walked past. It wasn't half bad, so I looked in and I saw it was you. I'm not that good yet. I just started playing recently, actually. Well, what I heard wasn't that bad. So you just started playing on your own volition? Yep. Volition, I think it is. That's pretty admirable. Huh. You think so? It takes a lot of courage to learn something on your own. I have definitely found that out on my own. I remember as part of my as a project for my old school, I was told to navigate myself out of a rugged wilderness that the school regularly used for multiple purposes. If I didn't successfully get myself out of the area and back to the school in 3 days, help would leave and I would be on my own. It's difficult to survive in an area you've never been. I was only given a few bottles of water and a couple of rations. It was a difficult 3 days, but I managed to do it. Ever since then, I realised that surviving on your own of basically nothing is much harder than appreciated. Ever since, I tried to train as much as possible. Well, I enjoy it, so I don't find it difficult. At times. You amuse me, Monika. So, Scotty, you're quite the mystery around here. Am I now, huh? Yeah, I think it's because none of us know anything about you. I mean, you did kind of show up out of nowhere. Oh my, that sounds quite rude. I'm sorry. Rude? You pointed out what was fact. And yeah, I kind of had a feeling you girls looked at me like I was alien at first. In fact, a few of the other girls still look to me like that. Oh? It's not like I mind. I mean, I am used to it. Well, I won't lie, I am a little curious about you. Perhaps you could answer a few questions for me so I can kind of get to know you better? Monika wants to get to know me better. If I wasn't careful, I would assume she has somewhat of an interest in me, which can be good or bad. Well, if there are questions that I can answer, I don't see why not. Great. So, Scotty, first off, how old are you? I'm 18. Monika smiles at my answer. She probably is happy that I'm going along with this game of hers. I humour her for now. What is your favourite colour? I don't have one. Any that you prefer? Navy blue, I guess. Monika taps her chin a few times with the back of her pen, signalling that she is thinking. Favourite animal? Lion. Oh, for courage? You're on the right track. Monika's smile grows. Do you have any siblings? None. What do you like to do for fun, Scotty? I like to exercise and read. That's pretty much it. Exercise and read, huh? That's really interesting. If you say so. Last question for now. Sayori mentioned that you had a part-time job. What did you do? What do you do? Nothing of importance. I'm only called when I'm needed. Oh. I can tell Monika isn't satisfied by my answer. What do you do for fun, Monika? Well, I like learning new things, challenging myself, and of course, writing. So you're the definition of an academic, huh? I guess. I just like to be me. And what possibly brought you to that drive? What do you mean? Well, no one just wakes up and decides what you've chosen for yourself. There is generally a trigger that causes that. You're pretty smart, aren't you, Scotty? I guess so. I learned that from an elder in my life. Monika dodges my question. Something presumably bad happened to her in the past that she doesn't want to reveal. I didn't answer a question, so it's only fair for her not to answer mine. However, the hurt look on her face somewhat weakens my stance. I'm sorry if I hit a sore spot for you, Monika. No, it's okay, Scotty. So, what got you into literature? I tried to change the subject to something she's passionate about. Literature. Her demeanour immediately changes back to the normal Monika. Well, I just love how it is applied in many different ways. In fact, the different ways can be interpreted or rated change someone's mood easily. It just fascinates me. That's good. I guess I have to agree with you, Monika. The different ways that literature is applied can deliver a multitude of emotions. Exactly. She smiles. That smile, I don't know why it feels like I've seen it before. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to go? Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah's been working on posters, and I'll have to sign some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared the poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people that we perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know you do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. I'm going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect us to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monika flips through a notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here because it's nearly been an hour and it's not really come to the end of this. I didn't realise this was such a long day. I forgot how long it was in the main game, so I'm gonna have to leave it here. It's nearly 1 AM for me. If you like this, guys, please make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a like and a comment saying what you want to see from the mod Literature Club or anything for the channel, really. I'm looking at downloading quite a few horror games for the channel. I'm playing them for the channel. Unfortunately, the computer I have is not very suited to high-powered games, so I will be having to sort myself out a better computer at some point. That's just going to take time, guys, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and as always, let's make sure next time we don't get a game over. Bye!